Let's talk about something that just became law and almost nobody outside of Washington actually understands. The 21st Century Road to Housing Act. ROAD stands for Renewing Opportunity in the American Dream. Very on the nose, I know. And it went into law on July 11th, 2026. This is being called one of the most significant pieces of federal housing legislation in decades. It passed with real bipartisan support, which, if you know anything about Congress, should already tell you something, because getting Republicans and Democrats to agree on where to get lunch is hard, let alone housing policy. I'm gonna break this down like I break down everything for my clients. What it actually does, who it actually helps, and where I think it falls short. Because I'm not here to hype something up just because it sounds impressive in a headline. The single biggest piece, and the one I think matters the most for regular families, this law restricts large institutional investors. We're talking about companies that own 350 or more single-family homes from buying up additional single-family homes. If you've house hunted any time in the last few years and gotten outbid by an all-cash offer from some faceless investment fund, this is aimed directly at that problem. It's not a total ban. There are carve-outs, including for investors building new homes specifically for the rental market, but even those have to sell the property to an actual homeowner within 7 years. The intent here is simple. Homes are supposed to be for families, not corporate balance sheets. Next, and this is the one that is a little wonky, but it matters. The law streamlines environmental review requirements for housing projects. Basically, it cuts the red tape that was slowing down new construction, which in theory means homes get built faster and supply increases. And if you listen to me talk about the market at all, you know supply is the actual root of most of our affordability problems. We don't have enough homes. The bill attempts to attack that directly instead of throwing money at the symptom. There is also a small mortgage piece that I think is genuinely underrated. Right now, if a home is priced at $100,000 or less, it can actually be harder to get financing for it than a $500,000 home, because the fees and the loan origination costs don't scale down. Lenders don't make enough money on tiny loans to bother. This law directs regulators to study and fix that, which could open up financing on some of the more affordable starter homes that have been sitting there unfinanceable. There are also updates to manufactured and modular housing rules, which have historically been way more affordable to build than stick-built homes. And this bill removes some outdated requirements that were making that harder than it needed to be. Now, the real talk part, because I promised you data-driven, and I meant it. This bill does not authorize any new federal spending. There's a section that's literally titled, "No Additional Funds Authorized." That matters. A lot of what this bill does is reform, streamline, and restrict. It's not writing new checks. Some housing analysts have already come out and said that this is more of an incremental repackaging of tools we already had than some brand new solution to the housing crisis. And honestly, I agree with that critique to a point. This is not going to fix the housing affordability overnight. And if someone's telling you it will, they're selling you something. But here's why it absolutely still matters for you, specifically sitting here in Westchester County and the greater New York City metro area. Less competition from institutional cash buyers means your offer as an actual human being has a better shot. Faster permitting and review means more inventory coming online over the next few years instead of a decade from now. And if you're a first-time home buyer looking at anything on the lower end of the price range, those small dollar mortgage reforms could genuinely open a door that's been closed to you. Here's my advice. Reach out to your local representatives and housing organizations. Watch what actually happens as these agencies implement over the next year or two. That's where the real impact shows up, not in the headline. And thank a realtor. Agents from across the United States, including myself, went to Washington, D.C. to speak to their local Congress members and the Senate to get this done. I'll keep you posted as we see it play out in our market specifically, because that's the only version of this that actually matters to you. I'm Crystal Hawkins-Syska, your real estate advisor, making real estate crystal clear.